Hello! So, obviously we got a really sunny day in the England, and I gained a bit weight during writing my dissertation, but I now submitted it, so I guess it's a perfect timing to record a video. So, as I promised, I'm going to talk about my ability to kind of realize that people can live a really different lifestyles. So I know it sounds a bit confusing, especially to Western people, I guess, because I think, especially in the UK and maybe in all other Western countries as well. So it's quite diverse. I'm not talking about races or transgender or something like that, but it's about the freedom to choose your own career or own future, which is not that easy in Hong Kong, maybe only around me. So I don't know from when and why that I feel like I have a really fixed career path. Possibly because I'm slightly more intelligent than the average population. So I went to quite an excellent high school, and everyone there is quite academic, and therefore everyone is expecting you to go to university, even though I later realized that many of my interests and what I want to do not really need a degree or need a different degree, I would say. So when you're talking about going to university in Hong Kong, is because Hong Kong is really finance focused. So when you're deciding what program you're going into, people always suggest you're thinking about your future career path. So after studying this program, will you be able to find a job easily, or do you earn a lot of money? Oh no, please don't come here. Don't come here. So that's why in my university I choose a business administration degree when I first get into the university, and I later changed to another degree, but it's also based on career oriented consideration, to be honest. So I just don't know why it seems like if you get great results, you have to go to university, which I don't think is a bad thing. I still think that I learned a lot in my university and in masters, a lot of logics, a lot of values are built up in my 4-year university. I really love that, but I just hope that this is not the only path I can choose. So and I feel because of my background and all of this experience, people around me are all really academic, so we focus too much on our results and careers, which is not really the whole things of our life. But that's what happened to me, and I think when I really realized that you can have a really different lifestyle is that when I come to the UK, a lot of people, they didn't really get into universities, they didn't really get good grade, or they're not really intelligent, they still live a really great life, and sometimes they live a really happy life just because they're not that intelligent, and I'm kind of really jealous about that, to be honest. So I met a lot of friends when I come to Leeds that many of them is not that academic, but they still live a really great life. They can get into a whole different kind of like industry and like a lot of jobs which I never heard about, they still live a really, really happy life, and like it's less stressful as well. And many of my colleagues, they get into their role without going to universities. Some of them start from a really like junior role and then kind of like get promotion and sponsored by their employers to get into their current role. And I don't know, like I guess I'm just kind of like a bit jealous that people seems to be having a bit more choice, because obviously you have a really nice welfare model here in Europe, so like you don't really need to worry a lot about your retired life, so you kind of less stressful about what kind of career you get into. Do you make a lot of money? Well, it's kind of like a bit different in Hong Kong. So it's just sometimes triggered me to think about like if I grown up here, I possibly won't get into anything around data or like HR. I might do something around sports science and something more interesting to me, like. But just to clarify, I really, really love the 2024 version of myself. I do really love the intelligence in us, and like all my experience in university is really great. If I have the same background, like I still born in Hong Kong and grown up in the same family, I possibly would choose the same pathway, but I think sometimes I'm kind of like restricted by my past experience and my cultures, and also like kind of like social norms, that I just had a discussion with my friend around like, I feel like because I'm highly educated, I always feel like I need to find a 9 to 5 office work, no matter where I work, which country I work, which industry I work. I still need to find an office work, which I'm not quite sure if I really like that. And I also had a discussion with my manager around my future career, and like she asked me a question. So she asked me like, do you want to use data in your future jobs just because you had a background in data, or do you really like it? I really don't know how to answer, to be honest. I feel like she's right. I want to get to job which need to use data simply because I had that skills and I had that background as a data analyst. But I'm still afraid that like if I'm not going back to the data analysis world, I'm going to start from the very beginning, which is scary. Like it's scary, but I think that's really what I need to do, like what I really want to do, and just go for it. I don't really know what's the conclusion. It's really just a reflection, as I mentioned, like this is my channel of reflection, so I really love that like I kind of like become a bit even more open-minded in while I'm considering my future life. Oh, I don't like the sunshine now.